Hello everyone, this is Ashley Tucker. Thank you for joining me today. Before I get started with today's card, I wanted to mention that I am having a giveaway over on my blog to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm going to be giving away a $30 gift card for Simon Says Stamp as a thank you to everyone for supporting me and subscribing to my channel. All of the details on how to enter are going to be in the blog post for today's card, and I'll have a link to that in the description. For today's card, I'm going to be using the August Simon Says Stamp card kit. The stamp set that comes in the kit has a lot of really pretty floral images, and I pulled out this circle one and stamped it onto some Bristol smooth paper with my Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. I'm going to be coloring this image in with my Arteza Real Brush pens, and the first color that I'm going to be using is this Dolphin Gray color. I used this gray color on my circle, and I was sure to leave a couple spaces of white, and then I took my water brush and blended the color into the white area, and this created a really nice highlight. Next I took Elephant Gray, and this is just a little bit darker than that first gray, and I added it to the most shadowed areas, which are going to be right in the middle of the gray on the one side, and then up really close to the florals on the other side, and then I blended that out with my water brush. The next color that I pulled out is Rouge Pink, and I'm going to be using this on the flower. I added this color to the base of each petal, and then I took my water brush and blended out to the rest of the petal. Once I finished blending this first layer of color, I came back in with the Rouge Pink and I added more color to the bases of the petals to really deepen up those shadows. And again, once I finish with this layer of coloring, I'm going to come back in with that water brush and blend it out again. Next, I'm going to color the leaves, and the first color that I'm going to use is this turtle green color. I'm going to be coloring the biggest leaves with this color, and I start out by coloring the base of each leaf and then coloring down the center, and then I blend it out with my water brush. I added a second layer of the turtle green color to deepen up the shadows. For the smaller round leaves, I'm going to be using Fresh Green. These leaves are really tiny, so I'm not going to do any blending. I'm just going to color them in. Finally, I really wanted to add some color to those little twigs that come off of this floral. So I took the Seafoam green color and I went over those lines. Again, I didn't do any blending with this part. I didn't see any reason for it. Once all the coloring was done, I used my scissors to fussy cut this image out. I knew that it was going to be a little bit difficult because of those twigs, but I just went really slow and it worked out in the end. Next, I'm going to take the thank you stamp from the same stamp set, and I'm going to use my Misty to stamp it in the middle of the circle. This sentiment fits really nicely in that space, and I stamped it with the Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. After that, I decided to pull out the Folk Dance background die. This die comes from the Friendly Frolic release, and I actually used it in my last video, but it's such a pretty die and I can't just use it once. I die cut this out of some white cardstock, and I really wish that I had the Spellbinders tool in one, because it took me a long time to get all of those pieces out of that die without that tool. I used my ATG gun to adhere a piece of light gray cardstock to a card base. Next, I took my die cut and I added dots of Tombow glue all over it, and then I used my tweezers to pick it up and adhered it on top of that light gray cardstock. Next, I took that circular floral piece, circular floral, that's hard to say. I took that piece and I popped it up onto my card base with some foam tape. So the August card kit comes with this little sample of Bubblegum Blush Nouveau Crystal Drops, and I decided to use that on the die cut background in some of the little circles. I really love the way that these dots turned out, but I did find it difficult to use this tiny little bottle. Like I said though, this is just a sample size bottle. I used my white gel pen to add just a few little dot details to the middle of the flower. Next, I pulled out my Wink of Stella glitter brush and I added some glitter to each of the flowers in the die cut background. The last thing that I did to finish up this card is I took out some silver sequins and spread them across the background. I glued them down using my Tombow glue and my tweezers, and then this card is all done. Thank you for watching today. I hope you really enjoyed this fun floral card using the August 2018 Simon Says stamp card kit. All of the supplies that I used for this card can be found in the description down below. If you enjoyed watching today and you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button so that you can see all of my future videos. Don't forget to head over to my blog to take part in the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be back with a new video on Wednesday. Again, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great day today.